Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Away Day show here. Welcome to the run-in. I'm going to call it the run-in from now on in because we've got about 12, 14, 16, I don't know how many weeks to go. But every league now is full guns ahead towards the end of the season. Of course, there'll be a Serie A show today because of all our fans at home there. Repping the Juve today.
I thought, who's been chatting shit about them recently? Like they're insane. So I thought I'd bring it. We've
Jonathan David, the top 5 striker in the world.
Can we do strikers list tomorrow? Like, get him in.
Chuck him in there, yeah. Vlahovic, no, I never liked that guy anyway.
Juve there,
I've got the Juve there, yeah.
So we love them.
We love our favourite club in the world.
They'll be on the TikToks this week, I reckon. So
clip that together, those two clips. But no, massive weekend from the Serie A because a few catch-up games. Supercoppa was last week. Napoli taking that one home. And then obviously the Super Cup in Spain. We'll talk about that a bit later on. And then, I've got to mention the boys Stuttgart are putting in a bit of a charge right now.
Yeah.
Sebastian Hoeneß has finally conquered what they quoted as the Leverkusen curse. So I don't think Stuttgart have beaten Leverkusen in like 3 or 4 years. So all that to cover. And then, of course, it's January, which means we start the run-in, the proper run-in of top 10. So managers this week. Next week, we have the goalkeepers. But let's start at the top. Big game from the weekend, Napoli, Inter. I did a video about wrapping it all up and talked about there was so much jeopardy for both those two teams in many regards. Your thoughts on the game? Scott McTominay double, back at his best versus the big boys.
Yeah, he's generally world class the way he's playing. I mean, who would have thought? I thought the game was entertaining as hell. I thought there's no real complaints from either side. I think it's a good point for both teams. Obviously, Inter at the top, and Napoli have struggled in recent weeks. I think they drew as well to Verona, I think it was.
Yeah, they've only won 2 of the last 5.
Yeah, they've struggled. And then the 3 teams above them haven't lost in their last 5. So they've hit a wrong form at the wrong time. It's not a good time. So I thought it was a really good game. I thought, the goals were really good. McTominay was just ridiculous. Massive chance from Højlund. Start the second half. It's a bit unlucky because it scrapes the post, but it didn't really hit it that well. But yeah, I thought the penalty as well is a bit soft, but it's one that these days it gets given. It's such a shit penalty in terms of why they give it and stuff, because it's like he steps on his foot like that, it just happens. But the actual penalty itself was ridiculous, from Calhanoglu. But yeah, I thought it was a great game. I think both teams will happily take the point, but I think Inter will be the happier of the two. I think just because they already have that buffer, and they've actually been amazing the last sort of couple of months. Really, Inter.
I said it in the video. They've roles reversed last season where they took the lead in the title race December last year.
Yeah, and
then they started the fall off in January. I think they played each other at a similar time last year. And I think they actually drew or lost that game, and that was sort of the start of that downward spiral in the league. But this year, it feels like Napoli have been commanding. Inter started really slowly. They built up. It was Milan at top of the league in December. Now into January, Inter have that 3-point buffer. Milan are drawing to Fiorentina and dropped another few points a few weeks ago. And then you got Napoli. They've got a lot of injuries. I'll give it that. They got Lukaku out. Luka, I think, is out as well. Neres, I think, was the big out for me. Massive out for them. And obviously, not Anguissa in midfield means McTominay plays deeper. So lots going on there. But I really thought it was a big opportunity missed for Napoli. The fact that, like you said, that McTominay moment for me, the Højlund moment for me was the big turning point. That was it. Through on goal, mistake from Akanji, who hasn't made a mistake all year. It feels like 1-on-1 with a keeper. Have to put that away.
Yep.
You have to. And then how things go on with Conte being sent off. And that was the banker, by the way. That was always going to happen in a game like this. But it just, from that point in time, it all just spiralled downward. And look, they were very good value. I thought they played some good football despite clearly being the second best team out there. But they still played some good football. But just like if they can win that game and close that gap, we've got a real race in our hands. 4 points still feels a big gap for me in my mind, just because of how good Inter are right now.
It does, but the way Serie A has been this year, it also feels like nothing. We've got
Udinese next.
We've got 5 teams within sort of 4 points of each other, I think, at the top. Sort of Roma have slipped up of late. I think they lost to Torino overnight 3-2. But Che Adams, who would have thought? He's come from out of
back.
nowhere and he's back scored a brace. So yeah, we sort of predicted with Roma that they would kind of fall out of this just because they don't have the squad. But the other four, I mean, they've been pretty consistent all year. It's just been the odd sort of slip up. We're now seeing it from Napoli. You know, Juventus have sort of come and now they're really pushing. Milan have kind of steadied. Although with Milan, you're kind of just waiting for the blow up. When's it going to happen? And then Inter are just flying at the moment. So yeah, I mean, take your pick who's going to win this thing. Inter would be definitely the favourites at the moment, but that'll change probably next match week, you know. So it's crazy at the moment.
It is, even the goal, like the goal differences in the play. Obviously, Inter's got that massive 42 goals, but Milan have 30 goals, Napoli have 30 goals, Juventus have 32 goals, and you got Roma with 24 goals. But have kept a lot of clean sheets, only conceding 12. Juventus only conceded 16, despite the crisis they had. 17 for Napoli, 15 for Milan, 17 for Inter. So each team has their ways. But you are right though. Like, who has the tough game next? Like, as this one will go up, like a few hours later, Napoli have Parma. It's not a banker. You know what I mean?
Especially the way they've been.
Exactly. And Milan have to go to Como. So it's gonna be. And then Inter have Udinese away. I was taking the piss, but Udinese away is one of the toughest games. It feels like in this league. Whilst Napoli have Sassuolo, who we know got a point off Milan. Yeah. So it's just like...
It's tough, man. There's tough games every week. You can't... Even look at Napoli drew Verona. I'm pretty sure that was like 2 weeks ago. So, and they're bottom. So it's just... it's ridiculous. You know, even Como, a great team. You know, they're still... They could easily catch up to sort of Napoli, Roma, Juve. Serie A is absolutely dominating football this year. It's so entertaining. The title race is ridiculous, and the quality is brilliant. Like,
what I'm saying,
people still hate on it for being slow, and
it's not.
It has moments where it is, but it's fucking brilliant. There's good games a lot of good games every week. Yeah. So it's not like sort of the Premier League where you get one big standout. There's quality games, you know, every week. So
I've got to mention the 3 games we talk about today. All the goals that come from like transitional plays, but just showing how tactically like quality this league is. That all the managers are like geniuses with their tactics. So the only chance you really get to have a clear shot on goal, like the Hoyland example, was either a mistake or a turnover. Yeah, and that just goes to show that like the jeopardy in this league, that one bad touch, McTominay for the lead up of the first goal, Fratesi, or was it Fratesi? Someone got the ball off him. Like, it's all it takes is one small error, and that can cost you a goal in this league. And we'll talk about Juve in a bit, but they just counter-attacked Cremonese.
Yeah,
the likes of that game there.
Poor Cremonese.
It was crazy. McTominay had a massive game. Player of the game deserved it. I thought Barella and Bastoni were fantastic again.
Yeah, the big boys.
The cores. Look, I think Lautaro had scored 6 in a row prior to this game. So you got the core starting to do what they do best, and then Sommer, some big saves, a big moment second half versus Napoli. Yeah. Obviously, got some bold predictions coming up, but I have a really strong feeling like this Inter side again. They've done it again.
Oh, okay.
I've joked about this now for how many, but I genuinely am on it.
the title race.
I am well and truly on it with Inter Milan this year. But as I said, a deserved point for both those two sides there.
Do you reckon, obviously into the last few years, how they've gone far in the Champions League, obviously the league they've won. Do you think in terms of the squad, now that they can rotate, if they can stay fit, this is their best chance?
I think this is it.
Because they've properly got...
Especially with the fact that, okay, PSG last year, it happened so quickly, but when you're I think it was 2-0 down, there was a counter-attack chance. I think it was DeMarco got through or something and he pulled a shot. I'm thinking, this manager, if that was the situation, 2-0 down in whatever, half an hour, you could just pull both strikers off for Boni and Esposito and just change the game because you've got these young legs that are physical, one big fucker, one like strong kid. You can just bring Susic on. Like, you can literally just change the game. Whereas last year, I think...
It was literally their starting 11.
I think it was starting 11 and then maybe there was did Zielinski or someone, there was a midfielder that came on and so it made a bit of a difference. But this year you could literally, we said it a few weeks ago, you could just change the whole starting 11. You can just pull different players from everywhere. Obviously you've got the backup keeper Martinez as well if things go horribly wrong somewhere else. But you could literally change your starting 11 or change it if you're 1-0 down, you know, with 10 minutes to go. We'll change it if you're 3-0 down 20 minutes into the game. I think they've got versatility and fair play to the manager because he's done a great job.
Very good job.
Haven't seen enough of him yet.
Yeah.
But what I've seen so far, I've been very happy with.
Very impressed.
He's done a very good job. Also, I had this is a random thought. I had this thought the other day. The commentator mentioned it. They've won 4 out of the last 5 titles, these two clubs. If you look back at it as a big, global stage, obviously PSG, Real Madrid, City are in sort of a field of their own in the 2020s onwards. But do Napoli sort of come in at like 4th place? I know that really bad year they dropped right off.
That's the thing, yeah.
But if you look at it, like there'll be 2 titles. I think it's 2 Super Cups and a Coppa Italia, I think. And then I was thinking, if you put the combined 11 of Napoli together the last 5 years, including a manager like Spalletti or something like that, or Conte, it's probably ahead of like...
It's a phenomenal team,
It could be close to Liverpool, we might even edge it. Better than Arsenal, I'd think. Better than United and better than Chelsea. Could compete with a Barcelona in terms of what they've won. Because you can think Kvaratskhelia, Osimhen, McTominay, De Bruyne. You can put Milinkovic-Savic in there. Di Lorenzo. Like, it's a very, very good team.
It is a very good team.
It's been a busy week. I haven't made a video about it. But I really was thinking, if you look at the last 5 years, not many clubs have done as well as Napoli have done. And obviously, they're a big club, but they're not Juventus, they're not Milan. In terms of the heritage and pedigree in Italy. It's
a valid point. The problem is, you mentioned it, it's that fucking horrid season where everything went to shit. They were sacking managers. They had the whole thing with Osimhen, and Kvaratskhelia wasn't happy. And if they just had a half decent year,
you'd probably say it right.
But you could still say it anyway because of what they've won. It would be nice if they did a bit better in Europe this year.
Yeah, they're really hanging on, aren't they?
They've been pretty shit. I think they got hammered. Was it PSV? They lost like 7-2 or something. Yeah,
I think it was a 7 game.
But that's definitely a good point.
I just think like these two teams,
they probably are 4th in terms of the last.
If sort of on just years. Pure trophies and some of the players they've even had.
They've had fucking phenomenal.
Especially when you think Kvaratskhelia for me is one of the reasons that PSG won that. Champions League.
Well, they were kind of nowhere in January.
And then they bring in Kvaratskhelia and all of a sudden bang. Yeah, right. Like it's just like imagine if Napoli still had Kvaratskhelia.
If Osimhen just had a half decent head on him, like just chilled a bit.
At this point in time, I'd rather Luka and Højlund than Lukaku. You got 3 for the price of 1.
Especially for the way Conte plays. It probably suits me a bit better. But it'd be scary if they kept Kvaratskhelia. It'd
be mental.
As good as Neres and some of the other forwards are, it's just the guy's top 3, top 5 in his position, maybe even the best. He probably is. Vinny, he's up there with Vinny and stuff. So
consistency is so consistent as well. That's
ridiculous. Yeah,
but that's a big one on Neres, by the way. He needs to come back ASAP.
When is he coming back?
I thought it was an ACL when he first did the injury, but apparently in the next 2 to 3 games, I expect him back.
That's lucky, Jesus.
He was holding his ankle, but he landed weird. So I thought, is it his ACL? But it seemed to be fine.
They need him back.
They need that spark back on that side. Speaking about sparks, Milan, might need a little bit more up top. 1-1 draw to Fiorentina. But I guess it's weird. They're sort of back Fiorentina, but obviously the start of the season was so poor. They're still in the relegation zone. They should be fine.
I think they'll be fine.
Should be fine.
There's too much quality in that team.
You've got De Gea, Keane, Kamutsa scores in this game. I think he's a really good centre half. This is a weird game because the first 40 minutes, Milan could have been like 5 up. Pulisic could have had 4. Fulkrug, by the way, this was meant to be, wasn't it?
I mean, with Milan, I was thinking about this sort of earlier when I was watching the extended highlights. I was like, they sign a striker every window. Like, every window they sign a striker. But I actually quite like this signing.
I think this is the one.
I think he suits them really well. He suits the league really well.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking Pulisic could have easily had a hat trick. Should have scored when he went around the keeper.
That first one, that was the one for me.
But then you got Fulkrug doing back heels and all this shit, and it's like...
It was, so he had 2 chances being set up by Fulkrug, then the Gabbia header, then Pulisic again on the counter-attack, and that was all inside of half an hour. So there's 4 chances that all should have really been goals. Gabbia's header, I thought, should have found the back of the net, and you hadn't scored in that half an hour, and then it showed, because then Fiorentina second half came out like a team possessed, I thought. Kamutsa scores from the head in the 66th minute, and look, Maignan was busy. And then right at the end, of course, they bring in Kunku off the bench and he produces probably his best passage he has all season. Poor Fiorentina. But I guess for us, it keeps the title race alive because Milan nick a point. But I think it's now 3 draws in their last 5 games.
They were lucky to draw that one.
I'm about to say Brescianini as well right at the end.
Yeah.
Could have made it 2-1 and Moise Kean came close as well.
Yeah.
So 3 wins from the last 8 games. Look at this. They conceded 5 big chances for Fiorentina. So that whole defensive identity again. This is what happened when we said Allegri with Juve only a couple of months ago. Was that it started really good and then it was like draw FC and then it was like, okay, your defensive identity isn't actually leading to defensive displays.
Yeah.
Something's got to give.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we had a tipping point now with Milan where it could go one of 2 ways, where they could become the attacking side now with Fulkrug and Pulisic and Leao and the midfielders pushing on, or they try and go super defensive and end up just shooting themselves in the foot. Yeah, because only 3 wins in the last 8 games. It's not good enough.
But they're still second.
They're still second. Some of those obviously is the Super Cup and the Coppa Italia, I think.
Yeah.
But if you're in a title race,
they have to do more in January. Fulkrug's a good start. They have to bring in
forwards or midfield.
I think midfielders.
I think midfield is the problem.
They've got enough forwards, surely, but they need something creative in there.
That's the thing. I like their midfield, but without Luka Modric, where's the creation, right?
Nothing. It's very same without because Modric is their real creator from sort of deep. Even when he goes forward a bit, he creates. But besides that, none of their midfielders really create. Rabiot's good, but he's not a creator. So yeah, they have to take advantage of this. This is the closest they've been in terms of sort of quality compared to the other teams, I think, in a while. And they're not in Europe.
No,
so
it's 1 game a week.
They have to make signings. They have to. I
think they did. I didn't realize how much they rotated because Samuel Ricci, Estupiñán, Salamanca's all played. So Dave Bartazaghi, no Leao, Fofana off the bench and Kunku off the bench. Modric didn't play. Rabiot as well. So look, they did rotate.
It's a lot.
But in a title race, when that's all they had though. I think they knocked out the Coppa Italia. Super Cup, they got bounced semi-final. This is it. I don't understand why they rotate
so much.
I didn't actually quite deep how many players they rotated out. No Leao, no Modric, and no Bartazaghi after form he's been in.
Imagine if they started, they probably do go 4-0 up.
They probably finish the chances and end up going on and winning the game. But in the end, I didn't realise how. That's a big moment missed.
That's a big joy because they got Como coming up this week.
Yeah.
That's
tough
at Como. Who beats Como at Como?
No one has done that yet.
Exactly.
I don't think. Yeah.
So. And they've just come off a fucking last-minute draw where the bench is evacuated and, I mean, they're high. They want to play Milan next. Yeah. They want to play a big team next.
Yeah.
So if they can win there, it'd be huge. But if this game is like...
It's these games, man.
They win, it's like the extreme. They can win it. If they lose, it's like,
It's the Udinese, it's the Sassuolos, and it's the Comos.
That'll decide it,
It's those sort of sides where they sit 6th to 10th, all 3 of these sides. And on their day, they can probably beat anyone in the league.
Yeah.
But if you can beat them, especially away from home, the belief and the confidence your football club has, second to none.
Because if they verse each other, they're most likely going to draw.
Yes.
More than likely. That's kind of what always happens in these big games, not just in Serie A and the Premier. We see it all the time in general. So it's going to come down to the games that you mentioned. They're huge, those ones. They're like mid-table teams that are good, but where one might draw, if you can win, it's massive.
As if 2-point swing and closes gaps. And I tell you what, our favourite club around here, Juventus, absolutely battered Cremonese. This is how I thought games would go for this poor club this year, but they have been fabulous so far.
Been good.
Bremer scored goal of the season, I thought.
That was fucking hilarious.
Moretti just whacked it off and it just hit his head, and I don't think he knew where that ball had gone.
Some finish, that header.
Some fucking placed to perfection in the far corner.
The spin and everything.
The keeper was so wrong-footed. It was actually sort of comical. So that made it 1-0. Jonathan David made it 2-0, and this is what I'm talking about counter-attacks. I think it's Thuram or Kalulu win the ball, and then Thuram basically drives the whole length of the pitch, feeds in David. That looks like Juve out there sparkling best there, winning it and going and actually looking to get forward. That's what Spalletti's introduced with this side. I said it when he first came in. He's quite an attacking orientated manager, and he'll get them going on the front foot and get them going in the vertical direction. It's just straight lines, get at them. And Kalulu, you saw, at times looked like Bastoni, where he was on the edge of the area. Like he's got Kalulu up the pitch, and he is the cross for the McKennie header for the 4th goal.
Yeah, that was
some ball, and then Yildiz got his own rebound for the 3rd goal. 4-0. After that, Cremonense came back in the game, but the game was won.
Yeah, it was done.
3.4 XG, 6 big chances. I think the most they've created this season, I think, according to what I checked out. 4 points back at first. They have played the extra game, but 4 points back.
Yep.
It's 4 points back. Bremer gets his goal. 5 Defcon, 3 clearances. Yildiz gets the goal. And with games to come like Cagliari, Napoli, and Parma, they also have a massive 3 games to come.
Massive, yep.
That Napoli one obviously going to be a blockbuster.
Oh, that's going to be huge, that one. Will Conte be...
Oh, no.
Is it just a 1 game?
I hope it's a 1 game.
Surely it's a 1 game.
What did he kick? Did he kick something? Or was that someone else kick something on the weekend? A lot of managers got sent off over the... He got kicked the water bottle? Was that him?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'd have kicked the water
now
bottle.
I'm second guessing myself.
I think he kicked the water bottle.
We did something bad.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a 3 because it's either 3 or 1. I think they get in Serie A.
Hopefully it's a 1.
This poor match official that has to do this. As apparently, there's one guy who does it. Mate, every week he's got like 4 managers to go and go.
But he can basically predetermine the length because he knows who it is. He knows who's going to get sent off. Yeah,
of course.
But it's massive.
Napoli game's going to be massive.
Yeah, that game is huge. I mean, the funny thing is with Juve, they'll probably beat Napoli, but they're going to lose one of those 2.
Yeah, the Parma game.
They're probably going to lose one of those 2. But I hope they don't because, it feels like for a long time Juve have kind of just accepted mediocrity. Now that they've got a manager that surely they're going to back.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Spalletti's I thought he'd come in, be here till the end of the year, and just kind of part ways at the end of the season. But surely now it's, now again, January, surely they can do something.
You've got
surely
Conceição missed, and you feel like that could be a slip up there with no Conceição there. Obviously, that never happened, and they just absolutely battered them in the end. But you'd think another attacker, if anything. David Openda, Moretti's played well, fair play to him.
Yeah, Moretti's been.
Don't mind him. Kumana's is now a literal centre half, not even like a joke. He's a centre half these days, so that's ruled that out. Kostic, Jamario maybe is a more attacking central midfielder. But yeah, it's not great. Zagrova, Adzic can push on a bit.
Yeah, they need more. They've got to back this manager. But knowing Juve, they'll probably sack him before the end of the season, and they'll be back
5 draws in a row and he'll get sacked.
But I just Juve. I just hope they can stay in there because we need Juve. We need Juve back in there, just competing. Just last 5 games there, they can still win it. So.
I've forgotten. Champions League been so long away. So where are they in the Champions League? Because that could also be an interesting discussion. But they're 17th.
Jesus.
So what? They're in that playoff. The away playoff. Yeah, they're the away playoff. That's how it works. Yeah. Because 8 qualify. The top 8 get
How many
home.
games are left in the Champions League?
2 to come.
Yeah. Okay. So
they're 1 point back of Barca, who are only a few spots above them, but they're 3 back of the 8th spot. Atletico Madrid.
Okay, so they win both their games and they'll finish, maybe in the top 8, depending on results.
That top 8 spot. But it'd be nice of them, go deep in that as well. But like you said, you need Juve at the top.
Yeah, they have to be there. So,
the Napoli game could be...
Spalletti, fair play. He's done a hell of a job there.
Never doubted the man. He's an absolute machine.
You've been on him for 3 years.
I've been waiting. By the way,
loved him.
Let me just tee this up. It's time for the time we've all been waiting for. The time that the fans at home come back every year for.
I love how off air I was this is I'm so happy with this list. And then you said Spalletti and I was like, fuck.
The top 10 managers.
I forgot him.
In season 25-26.
Yeah. We're back.
We've lost a few soldiers on the way.
We lost one in the last
rest in peace, Alonso.
48 hours. Yeah,
Peace, Alonso.
He was literally in my list and I had to get rid of him.
And of course, Ruben Amorim unfortunately couldn't make the list because of circumstances as well.
Do you want to know something? He was number 10 on my list last year.
Was he actually?
Because he just
had beaten Man City.
Just had beaten Man City. I think he was still at Sporting at the time. Or maybe he was at Man United. Maybe.
Because I remember you said something about he could be the guy that could
Yeah. So
what a guy he was, eh?
That happened, yeah. To be fair, he was phenomenal at Sporting. So
they beat City.
They beat City.
Didn't they?
Gyökeres scored like 60 goals.
Didn't they smack up someone else last year in the Champions League?
Probably. They were in the top 4 or 5.
Yeah. They were
because I had them as my surprise team. Then they went to shit because Amorim left.
I think I've got a lot of familiar names on here.
I think I do.
I've got 3 new entrants, and they're all at the bottom. I think.
I don't even remember who I had last year. All I know is I had Amorim 10th. I probably still had Jurgen Klopp in.
Yeah.
No, it would have been.
No, we definitely made sure it was only managers managing in the club. So making sure we didn't do that. Do you want to go or do you want me to go?
I can go. I can go. All right. So my number 10 is Allegri.
Yeah. Okay.
I have him in. I think the job he's done at Milan this year has been very, very good. Considering I thought Allegri in 25, 26, is that how we're going? But he's proved me wrong. I think he's been very good for Milan. But I won't lie, these next couple of weeks are massive for him. But I think also with his reputation, I think, he's kind of a guarantee in there.
The pedigree, yeah. He was in and slipped out. I've put in Eddie Howe. I've got 180. I've put in Eddie Howe. Not great timing because they just lost the City overnight. But the job he's done with Newcastle and the fact that, like I said this on the Prem Review show, that the fact that every year you can bank on them being top 6, top 7, you could not have said that about them 4 years ago. They were in the Championship, whatever they were. So you couldn't have said that about this football club. And he's built this side up and made them a consistent competitor. They're a top 8 side in the Champions League right now as well.
Yep.
And there's a lot of other managers thinking about Sebastian Hoeneß again, reintroducing him to the list. Allegri, Marcelino from from Villarreal, De Zerbi from Marseille. Then I think obviously Allegri's the one different, but again 25, 26 different times, right? Eddie Howe's got a trophy in his back pocket at Newcastle. He's gone to multiple finals with them. He's made them a Champions League consistent side, and you can't really say the same thing for a De Zerbi led side or the Marcelino's led side or what Sebastian Hoeneß has done so far at Stuttgart.
Yeah.
So that's why I put Eddie Howe in, because those are the names I was thinking about.
Yeah.
And I just edged him because what he's done has been better the last 4 years.
He was on my honourable mentions.
Yeah, so I just put Allegri out for him, basically.
My number 9 is Christian Kivu. I think that's how you pronounce it. I heard a commentator pronounce it like that. So either he's retarded or I need to get my ears checked. But yeah, I think the job he's done at Inter this year has been phenomenal. They're still up there in the Champions League. They're probably playing better in terms of going forward. Even defensively, they still got that solidity back there. So I think it's still very early, but the way Inter are going, I think he's done a phenomenal job with some of the youngsters as well. So I think he's been brilliant.
Like it. I'll learn 9, Arne Slot. He stays. I'm pretty sure he's here last year, or either he comes back into
I think he might have been fucking in my top 3 last year.
Well, he was a genius last year. I think football's it's a world we forget what happens last week.
Yeah.
But we mustn't forget, first season Premier League, not many managers have come in and won it on their first go.
Yep.
Pep Guardiola didn't win his first go, I don't think. So that goes to show the quality of what Arne Slot was able to do with that Liverpool side. Mm-hmm. And I keep saying, just quietly, you're on 11 game unbeaten streak, in which you've gone to Inter, in which you've kept more clean sheets, in which Van Dijk and Canate look like they're working together. Unfortunately, Conor Bradley's done that injury, but he was looking really good at the back. He worked out how to get Frimpong in the side.
Yep.
Ekitike and Szoboszlai continuing their great form. Wirtz is looking like the Wirtz I know from Leverkusen. You can't just congratulate the players without congratulating the manager for getting this to all work. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know, I flipped the script on them. I said, if you can have a go at him, you also have to promote him for what he's done this season.
Yeah, that's true.
And I know the Prem is pretty shit this year, but you're in 4th. It's bad, but it's not the end of the world.
It feels like it.
No, that's the thing. Everyone feels like, because everyone's
Yeah.
pretty. I think the Prem quality this year has gone down. Everyone's gone worse.
Yeah.
But you're still fourth in one of the most competitive leagues in England we've ever seen. And you're doing it with a squad that's basically brand new. He's had two different squads now, back-to-back seasons. He won it 1 year. I said it to Charlie on the Prem Review show. You're keeping clean sheets. You're tough to beat. There's not many good teams in the Champions League, I think, right now.
Please don't. I will shave my head if he wins us the Champions
There
League.
you go. You saw it. I think you're a sneaky. I don't like Real. I don't like Barca in that competition. I don't like Bayern with Vincent Kompany. Arsenal, yes, they're going to be dangerous, but if they're going for the Premier League and the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, they're going to slip up. PSG just lost to Paris. So I just have a weird feeling about Liverpool in a competition this year, so it might be Champions League.
Very nice, mate.
Just put it out there.
Don't get me started. My number 8 is, I got Simeone still. He's still hanging around in these top 10s. Now, the reason why is because I know some of his football can be pretty shit, but you look at Atletico, still in the top 4, and in the Champions League, they've actually done pretty good this season so far. He just always finds a way to get results, and he always has seasons where Atletico either have a good Champions League run or they'll compete for the league. So I just think he just finds a way every year, and he's done it for a decade now. Yeah. So I think just keeping him. Just he's sliding down slowly, but he's staying in.
Well, everyone knows my thoughts on him, so he's not in my list. I knew he would give me the hot tip there. At 8, I've got Spalletti. So I would have him higher, but it's obviously only a couple of weeks in the job again. But I love this guy, and I think he's going to bring Juve so much more excitement and engagement. And the thing I just didn't mention, that game, there was fans standing up and like jumping, like bouncing.
Oh, really?
There was energy at the stadium. I have not seen that in like a good 3-4 years. Yeah. There was excitement around this team. I talked about how he's in Kalu to play much better. He's found a spot for Coop Miners. Fair play. To get
Who would have thought it'd be centre half?
Fair play getting that guy on the side. You know, Kenan Yildiz will go even better now with the attacking football they're playing. Thuram's look good under him as well. He's just bettering every player. And like I said, if they back him in and get him more quality and get him more depth, they could do it.
They could.
Because Inter I think they're going to go all in the Champions League. I just have a feeling they're going to go all in again for the Champions League. Milan are Milan. Like that's just who they are. Napoli are just fighting injury crisis.
Yeah.
Juve, you have a chance here. You really do have a chance. And I think Spalletti is a man that gets the best out of any team he has. Unfortunately, the Italian team just isn't good, so it doesn't look good on him. But I think he did the best he could with that side. He obviously won the Scudetto with Napoli. He's a man that can win.
Yeah.
So I back him in.
Yeah. My 7, I've got Vincent Kompany.
We're going to have a very different list this year.
I think the job he's done at Bayern this year is phenomenal. Champions League, they're second. They're looking like one of the favourites to win it. I think the front three that he's got going on right now is probably second best in the world behind Barca, maybe.
Yeah.
What he's done with guys like Lennon Carl, I think he's done a phenomenal job. I think the Man City job is looming for him if Pep leaves. I think he was good last year. This year, I think he's gone to a whole new level with his management. Just killing the Bundesliga this year. Unbeaten, haven't lost. I don't think they'll lose for the rest of the year. Yeah. But Champions League is going to be interesting because the way that front three is playing, they could generally go all the way. It's very reminiscent to last year's PSG in terms of the forward line. So, he's number 7 for me. Yeah,
fair, very fair shout. I've got a man that people might have forgotten about. I've got Inzaghi still at 7.
Really?
I've still got him in there.
Fuck. I forgot about him.
Al Nassr had a 5-point lead in the league. I think Al Hilal are now 5 points clear.
Jesus.
It took, I think it was 2 weeks, and they've just flipped it. They completely flipped it. And I know it's probably the last time he'll make this list because, you know, he'll disappear into the desert of Saudi Arabia.
I thought he already did disappear.
Yeah. But look, I can't let go. I really do. There's probably some connection I have with this
I respect
man.
it.
I really like this man and the way he operates. And you know what? If you're a manager and what happened to you in the Champions League final, I would also walk and go to Saudi for bags of money, to be honest. And he's probably going to win the Saudi or whatever, the Asian Champions League when the next comes around as well. So I think he hasn't really put a foot wrong. I don't think his side has lost yet in Saudi. They're 15 games with 2 draws, basically.
Damn, yeah, fair play.
Look at the Inter experience. It was fabulous. It's almost like Shivu has done what Slot did, which was inherit a really, really good side, well-managed side, and just tinker with it enough to make it better. So, like, Christian Shivu, great manager, but I still see the patterns.
The Inzaghi blueprint,
yeah, in there. And I just think for one more year, I'm going to include him in this.
You know
list
what? I like it
before he disappears into the dust.
Yeah,
and then I'll give him it this time around.
Fair play. I like that one. My 6 is Mikel Arteta.
Yeah.
You know, he could be higher than some of the other ones I have ahead, but the reality is he just hasn't won anything yet. The ones ahead of him are just having good seasons and have won stuff. So, what he's done with Arsenal's been ridiculous. I think the set pieces get a lot of criticism, and at times it is funny because, you know, they can't beat, you know, the worst teams, you know, without relying on a set piece, but it's part of the game. It's, you know, he's done a really good job. They do play good football, but we've been in this position before with Arsenal. They've been ahead and they haven't been able to win shit. So until he wins something, he can't be, you know, in the top sort of 5, I think. So
I'm the exact same.
Yeah.
Just the guys ahead, have all won a lot of
and they're having good years.
And they're all, a lot. So, one's heavily overperforming, one's doing his job, the other one's doing his job, the other one, they're all doing their job, basically. And Mikel Arteta is doing his job, by the way.
Yeah, he's not exceeding expectations, is he? He's, right now, they're just what you expect.
Exactly. And I had a mini moment there where I thought they were playing some really, really good football. Yeah. But then the last few games they've all gone backwards. That Liverpool game just reinstilled, Charlie said it well, it reinstilled my belief that they can bottle this still. Because they should have gone and beaten Liverpool. Liverpool played better.
City have had a good sort of couple of days, really, with Semenyo and stuff. So
Carabao, I think it's an energy drink. Yeah, might have just the Carabao Cup might have just given the energy together, and they've got a certain Antoine Semenyo on that side as well. Yeah. So you never know. Yes, I've got Arteta 6 as well.
My 5 is Conte.
Agree.
Very nice. What he's done with Napoli, what he did with Juve, even what he did at Spurs, I thought was good. But obviously, you know, we know what Spurs are capable of these days. I think he's absolutely killed Serie A. The reason why he's not high for me is because of Europe. Hasn't really done it in Europe. Yep. I was going to put him sort of 4th, but I think the guy I've got in 4th has done just a bit more in Europe. And also as well, he doesn't really stay with clubs for too long.
Yeah.
He does sort of fall out with the owners, or he's not one of those managers that does long-term projects. It's very much win now, which is fine because he gets results. But he's number 5 for me. Yeah,
same thing. And look, I like him because in the era of like inverted fullbacks and possession football, he just plays pretty simply.
Yeah.
When we have the ball, we keep it. If we don't have the ball, we're fine to sit in and absorb the pressure. And I really respect that. And like you said, he's dominated domestic football wherever he seems to have gone. He had that good period of Spurs as well, like you said. I think that should be mentioned, considering the history that like some Mourinho.
Yeah, I think that's the only club he's gone to where he hasn't won.
Right? So I just think, Juve's season that he had, I don't think that'll ever be topped, considering how level football's becoming these days. Yeah. I don't think anyone can ever beat a season like that ever again, just unless something drastic happens. And I just think the way he makes mediocre players look like fucking amazing. Like Scott McTominay is probably the easiest example, but even players like Lukaku, like
Spinazzola,
even Di Lorenzo, we thought was done. He's found a spot in him at right centre half that now he just works. And this is not like degrading any of these Napoli players, but they're not like fantastic.
They're not world beaters.
They're not, but he makes them look fabulous in the system that he plays. And I love how he literally coaches on the touchline.
Yeah,
and there's a Fabregas interview that came out, and he said, "What I learned from Conte is how to coach in a game," because he says he tells you to do A, B, C, and D, and you have to do A, B, C, or D. And then you see him on the fucking corner flag yelling shit out.
Yeah,
no wonder he's a proper coach. So love his work.
My number 4 is Unai Emery.
Agree then.
I mean, what he's done with Villa has been ridiculous. I thought they sort of peaked. But last year, I don't think they had an amazing year. I know they've got Europe, but I know at times they looked a bit sort of shaky. Like, has Emery reached sort of the peak with his team? And at the start of the year as well, Watkins had a trampoline touch. Like, it was looking very grim, but he's turned it around. Guys like Morgan Rogers are playing at people are talking about him being England's best player, starting at the World Cup. I just think what he's done with Villa, what he's done in Europe with some other teams, he's been ridiculous. So
it's European pedigree as well, isn't it? He seems to win European trophies no matter where he goes, and I wouldn't be surprised he wins the Europa League this year with Villa.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me at all.
If they drop a few more games,
he's the king of that.
Yeah,
he's the goat
of that. He loves that competition. I was surprised they didn't win it the first time around 2 years back.
Yeah,
but even last year, like they pushed PSG.
Yeah,
like I reckon that was PSG's arguably hardest two-legged tie in the knockout stages. Like they had to work, and I know Arsenal put a good shift up against them. But I remember that second leg at Villa Park, and it was literally just a basketball match. It was just like who's going to score wherever they got up the pitch. It was really, really challenging. So he got on the European stage. He's proving he can do it in the Premier League. And I like that he's proving that if you just give the manager the keys to the team, he will bring success.
Yep.
Because a lot of other clubs, my own club, you don't back the manager, and then all of a sudden you get this constant revolving door. But he, like you said, unlike Conte, he's there for the project.
Yeah.
He will build a squad. He's done that now.
This Villa team, they need to win a trophy though. Like they're too good to just be getting into the Champions League, and like the FA Cup last year was a huge opportunity, but got battered by a ridiculous Palace side. Yeah. But still, that was a big opportunity where they just stumbled.
Do you reckon they go Europa then? Because it's tough teams Europa.
I would love to see them win the Europa League. I would. They're a massive club. Their supporters, even some of their players, it'd be nice to see some of their players win the Europa League.
Stuttgart, Porto, Betis.
There's some good teams.
Lyon, Bologna, I guess you can say.
Yep, there's some good teams in there.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah, but they've proved PSG. They can play to that level. Yeah. They're definitely the favourites. Yeah. But actually forget the Prem, mate. They're going to win the Prem.
Take it away. Who knows?
But they do need to win something.
Yeah, I agree with that.
My number 3, Luis Enrique.
Okay, yeah.
He's number 3. What he did at PSG last year was ridiculous. Even this season they're having a good year. Something just feels a little off with them this year. I don't know why. Not dominating Liga as what I thought they would.
Yeah, they would have. Yeah.
I don't even think they're first at the moment. I think Lons first, or maybe they are first. But yeah, I mean, I think he's going to leave at the end of the year as well.
Is he?
He rejected a contract.
Oh, right, there you go.
So he might be leaving at the end of the season. So does Xabi Alonso go there? Does he go to Man United? I mean, he's been ridiculous for that PSG team. He's built a team that is set for the next decade. They're so young and so talented. So, he's number 3 for me.
I was tossing between 2 and 3, to be honest. I put Hansi Flick at 3.
Yeah.
Just because, Enrique won the Champions League, and that is the biggest deal in Paris now for the next 10 years. They'll run there forever. Hansi Flick 3, and again, there's nothing wrong against him. These top 3 are serious managers. Like some incredible managers. And the job is at Barcelona. I'd say this for both of them. They've both instilled a level of hunger in players that are getting paid $750,000 a week, $500,000 a week, ridiculous wages. But the way they've got them to play is, you look at that clip of Dembele in the Champions League final, then you saw what Rafinha was doing at the Super Cup, where this guy looks possessed about to charge at court. He's got these guys playing hungry. That's amazing. And look, it was a pretty shit challenge from De Jong and Mbappe, but I fucking love that.
Oh, I love that.
I love that. You try to snap him, and that's
if you're supporting the team, you probably don't love it.
No, but
as a
he's instilled this it is almost like Colosseum fucking gladiator shit, where they are they're gonna hunt for their manager, they're gonna fight for their manager.
Yeah.
And the connection they build with the players, which you don't often see these days in world football. Like earlier this season, where Flick's crying on the bench, and Rafinha
I was going to mention that. Yeah.
That is where. So maybe Pep might have that. Probably Conte has that.
Yeah.
Flick, Enrique. There's a reason why those guys are all in the top 5, right? Because they get the players on side. they get a clear philosophy, and still, I keep saying I'd love to see them play a little bit more pragmatic at times, but that's just him. He will play his style and play his way, and it's worked now. It's got the better of Madrid. They own Spain, and until he leaves, they'll continue to own Spain. I believe that.
Yep.
The last thing is Europe, and if he can do that, well, then okay, you have to think about him going one because Barca just don't have European pedigree for some reason. I don't know why, they just don't. But if he can get this team to win the Champions League, which they can definitely do, it's like a mental block for this football club. They can't do it, but if he can get them to do that, well, I got to sit back and say, well, maybe he's number one because he's a serious coach. Yeah.
Which is why he's number 2 for me.
Yeah.
He's never lost a final.
That's that as well. Yep.
What he's done last year with Rafinha, ridiculous. Ferran Torres has 11 goals this season in the league. He's second in the Golden Boot.
He's unbelievable.
Ferran Torres,
the shark, mate.
What he's done to Rashford, he's now chasing and actually running back.
Yep.
The high line, sometimes in game it looks questionable when they're doing it in the 90th minute and they're up 2-1. But when you're a manager that's never lost a final, why would you change from your sort of style of football? I think as a manager, tactician, the way he coaches, the way he set up, everything about him is you want to play for him. So you spoke about that moment he had with Rafinha. I think that you barely see that in football these days. We've seen it with Chelsea, with Man United, with some other clubs. It's as soon as it's a little bit of a speed bump, it's out the door.
Yep.
Players can't build that relationship with the manager. The manager can't build the relationship with the fans. And I think Hansi Flick's, he's got everything going for him at the moment with Barca.
Yeah.
So I find it very hard. They're my favourites to win the Champions League. I know they're struggling at the moment, but you can't. I don't know how you can beat them over 2 legs. They score too many goals.
Yeah,
they score so many goals. So
yeah,
he's number 2.
I just have Enrique purely because of that Champions League. I just think what an achievement and the way they went about it. Like I said, the Aston Villa game, I give them a lot of credit for that. The way they went to Villa Park and secure that victory, tough 2-legged against Arsenal, and Inter Milan. The way they just obliterated them in a Champions League final.
Yeah,
his team did that. And yes, this season's been tough, and they just got knocked out of the French Cup.
Yeah,
I think it was to Paris.
Yeah, Paris.
Or I don't know what they call it there, but I think it's the French Cup. It might have been fatigue, and that literally have not had their start. I think they've had that Champions League starting 11 all year long.
Yeah,
they've been playing like Maulu and Gonzalo Ramos, and someone like Vitinha might have been missing from midfield. So they haven't actually had the starting 11 fit and firing the full length of the season. I think Donnarumma leaving, that's still the only thing I'm a bit questioning. I don't know who was in charge of that call, but that might end up hurting them this year, going and doing it again. But they have been looking bloody good in the Champions League.
They have, yeah.
And you talk about Hansi Flick's style, it's very similar with PSG, and we're robbed of one of the great finals potentially because the energy and intensity which PSG play with. Talk about, Barca is probably set up for the future as well. We could be seeing these two teams going head-to-head now for the next, 10 years.
Yeah.
Because Luis Enrique, if he does leave, whoever inherits this just has to instill that same sort of hunger and intensity of the press, of the attack that Enrique's got, and then you continue to keep going. Because Neves, Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz, Mayulu, Barcola, Doué's finding his form again, Dembele's getting fit, hopefully, and then you go again. So I just think, Champions League, most recent, they won the quad or whatever, or the septuple or something rubbish
like that,
last year. They were just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I got him at 2.
Number 1 is obviously Pep.
Josep
Guardiola. I think he'll always be 1 until he leaves Man City, to be honest. The way he's been able to sort of rejuvenate this squad, having fucking Mateus Nunes at right back. I started the year, I was like, what the hell are they doing to this defence? But fair play. Pep's absolutely killing it this year. Going to be in a Carabao Cup final. Challenging for the league. Champions League, they're looking pretty good. So, they're going to be a scary, scary proposition for the rest of the year. Yeah.
I like how he's gone back to the roots. He's going to the Sane archetype with Semenyo.
Yeah, I saw that.
Cherky now
Sane, Sterling is Doku and Semenyo now. Yeah. That's brilliant for the league.
He's got streets ballers back, man. Ryan Cherky's in there. You got Doku. You've got Semenyo. Haaland They actually had quite a quiet last few weeks, but they continue to find a way.
Yeah.
And if their downturn is these last 3 weeks where they've drawn 2 out of 3, they're in for some hell of a push.
Watch out.
Because they just get better and better as the season goes on. And you'd be kidding yourself if you rule them out. And in my head, I still see Arsenal holding the trophy and City are just there, just, playing with them. But if Arsenal slip one fingertip off that trophy, Pep and his side will get it back. And if they can win 2 trophies, even one this season, but it's supposed to be a rebuilding year.
Yeah, it's still incredible.
That's probably almost his most impressive trophy he might have won in his career. Because this City team, it's good. I don't know, it's great. But with everything they've had to go up against and the squads they're up against, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's been a very strong season so far.
Yeah.
But they're only just getting started, let's be honest. They're just warming up. So now's mid-late Jan now, they really start to go for it. So it's scary, man. It's scary.
Who knows, Pep? You never know what's next.
But that'll all come crumbling when your boys beat them this week. So
Carrick's got army, mate. Just set it up the 4-4-2. No nonsense. It's simple structure. But there you go. Top 10. Top 5 exactly similar, just 2 and 3.
Yeah, just 2 and 3 switched, and then 7 to 10 was completely different.
Yeah.
I like it. Good list.
Quickly duck into the Bundesliga real quick. Stuttgart with a fantastic win on the weekend. 4-1 versus Leverkusen. Begs the question, can they climb up into a potential top 2?
Top 2, they could. With Dortmund, you can't really trust them these days. But.
Labelling double, Undav goal and 2 assists. They've got 6 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss in the last 8 games. The only loss coming to Bayern where they got battered 6-0.
Battered.
But who hasn't had that?
Who hasn't been battered by Bayern this year? Who's not been battered
by Bayern this season is the question. Union, Roma and Gladbach to come in the next 3. That Roma game, massive. I think both are sort of in and around the top 8 of the Europa League.
Europa League, yeah.
And I really think Stuttgart could be a chance for Europa League as well.
They could.
I'd love to see them finish top 2 once again in the Bundesliga. And then you're talking about Sebastian Hoeneß being one of the great managers in this division.
I'm surprised there's not been a big club that's he's not really mentioned in like Man United talks or Chelsea when they fired their managers, and it's a bit weird.
Laziness, surely, to not acknowledge what,
because he had that team with Garassi and Anton Undav, and then they lost them, and then he kind of went a little bit pear-shaped.
Yeah,
but then this year they've been ridiculous.
And they lost the man on my back of my shirt. They lost Enzo Mio this year.
Yeah, Enzo Mio to Saudi. Yeah. That was late in the window. Yeah. Because I remember we were doing predictions, and I think that was happening as we were predicting.
But they still got Stiller. They still got
even him, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should say this. Is it because of his appearance that people don't go after him?
Honestly.
Because he's not the fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. But there's a lot of those players. There's a lot of those holding or ball playing deep line midfielders in other leagues, not England, that no one talks about.
Because he's so good.
He's so good at his job.
It wouldn't cost a whole lot of money either.
No.
And no team really wants him. There's a lot of teams crying out for a good number 6. So
he's right there.
He's right there. Man United, I think he'd do great at Man United.
Yeah, I think him, Kone from Roma, and what's the kid? There's a kid that everyone's talking about, Bouadi or whatever from Lon or from the French. They're French, the 3 right now. I'd be looking at if you're not going for the obvious Anderson. If you don't want to pay 100 million,
that's
for those 2, Elliot Anderson and Adam Wharton, who are fabulous, but why not have a punt 40 mil on Angelo Stiller or
that's
50
probably what it would cost you. Yeah.
Because
I don't know how old Stiller is now. Actually, I don't think he's. Yeah, I think he's still in his sort of late 20s.
But if Laverling had a great game this time around, Mitchell starting the score sheet from the penalty spot.
He's 24.
Oh my god!
How the fuck?
He was playing that well at 21 years of age then. When he had that real breakout season when they went well.
How's no one there's nothing?
It's mental. You know what? Bayern will get him.
Probably, yeah.
They see him play and they'll just grab him as well. But I've really been impressed with Stuttgart. I've kept an eye from afar on them in recent weeks. They're just strung the result after result after result. And it's not the front 2 anymore. It's not Garassi and Undav. It's not Voltemade and Undav. It's just Undav.
He's fucking killing us.
By the way, what a player Undav is.
Yeah, he's so good. Like, that Stuttgart performance was phenomenal, though. That was so good. That was such a good performance.
I just think they hopefully can keep hold of some of these players, but yeah, there's a real chance for a late push Europa League. I really think they can do 7 games. Sure. Obviously, you mentioned a lot of big clubs in that competition, but there's no reason why they can't, under this manager and this system, make it work. Because Leverkusen are a really tough side to beat, especially at Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Just tore them apart first half.
It was the difference between like just a well-coached team and a team that's going through transition, isn't it? Like just completely torn apart.
I don't know what that Holman guy, I don't know if he's going to stay there for the future or if he's just there for the season.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're not really progressing anywhere with him.
They got a lot of youngsters in that team. It's kind of hard to judge, isn't it? So you still got some decent experience there. Quanza's been around for a while. You got Grimaldo, Garcia, yeah. Andrick is still knocking about, but you have a few youngsters in your team that can kind of. It's just inconsistency. That's what you get with.
They're a learning side, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. So they're an interesting watch.
Them, Leipzig.
But they're still in the top 4 battle. So
absolutely.
Start of the year, you probably
wouldn't you?
Definitely take that.
Yeah. So. It'd be interesting to see what them and Leipzig, because them and Leipzig are going through a bit of a tough run right now. Those two clubs.
Dortmund and Stuttgart are kind of just separating now.
Doing what they do best. Quickly to La Liga before we talk about the Super Cup. Girona 1-0 victory. Van Aert finding the back of the net. Alex Moreno setting him up. They are pushing up the table. 3 wins in the last 4 games. 4 points clear of the drop zone.
They're like 13th now, aren't they?
Mate. And they got ahead of Osasuna with that victory on the weekend.
Yep. Who would have thought?
My manager, Michel. Always backed him in.
Yeah. They won the games they had. They got spanked by Atletico. Yeah. But they beat Mallorca. They beat Osasuna. They beat the team. I think they beat Sociedad as well.
I think it was as well, yeah.
It was 2-1. They beat those teams that are in and around. So that was... Mate, that's the best result they could have asked for.
Exactly.
Winning those 3 games. Huge.
Getafe, Espanyol first. Probably going to be a loss. But then Getafe and Oviedo. Yeah. Those two, like you said, just keep beating the team around you. Keep climbing the table. And they're starting to play some decent football.
It's not Dovbyk Savinho, but it's not bad.
It's Van Aert and Alex Moreno.
It kind of works. With a bit of Brian Hill, it kind of works.
Brian Hill is going to be one of the most confusing players. He looks so good some days.
I know, but he's actually complete shit.
Yeah, he's rubbish, but he has some moments to think,
I can see why Spurs kind of bought him, yeah.
At some point in time, that looked like a good signing. But I'm really happy that they're doing well, just because of the manager, man. I really hope...
He's the forgotten about manager.
Can he escape this, or can he get them back? I don't know, but...
He's done a phenomenal job to turn it around. Oh, mate. And they're not out of it yet, by any chance.
They're not.
But...
By the way, La Liga's relegation battle is what's going on over there. The Bundesliga were done. Yeah. Serie A is the title race, Premier League title race. But honestly, I think there's about 8 teams separated by like 5 points.
It's mental, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically Osasuna 14th, Girona are 13th, and there's 3 teams above them, all within a point.
Yep.
And they're all like 5 or 6 points off the drop. It is just...
It's mental.
It's chaos down there. So, shouldn't you get the 2 wins and you're safe?
Yeah.
It feels
good on the board for sticking with him. Not just... When they were like last for like no points after like 12 games or something. So, good on them for actually sticking with him, because they know what we know. He's a good manager. He's a very good manager. What he did for that club, I'm sure they've still got a whole bunch of money from Champions League qualification, because they didn't really spend any of that. Plus, they sold their best players. Yeah,
Dovbyk and Savinho gone.
Gutierrez left as well.
Gutierrez is gone now as well.
He's done a brilliant job with that team.
Fantastic. That's the good news from the weekend.
Hopefully, if they can imagine they finish top half, like that would be an insane turnaround.
Nero's with Napoli, Sagankov with Girona. When Sagankov plays, he had a key pass, 2 out of 2 dribbles, 7 defensive contributions, 87% pass accuracy. Should have got an assist. I reckon this guy never plays. He's always injured. But when Sagankov is fit, they look so much better. So much better. And he just straightens up. And Alex Moreno on the other side. That's a good pickup. That's such an underrated pickup.
Very good pickup, yeah.
You say Miguel Gutierrez, guys. You got the older version of him, basically. And
are they getting to Stegen as well, or have they?
I heard news about this at Stegen. Yeah.
Stegen, yeah. I haven't heard that name in a fucking long time.
Yeah. He's long gone.
Marc-Andre ter Stegen.
Yeah. Getting the club back again, mate. Getting back to the OG spot. And we'll finish up. They're covering games with the Super Cup final. Crazy game. 3 goals scored in stoppage time in the first half. Opener from Rafinha. Vinny turned back the clock to 2 years ago.
Yeah.
With a nutmeg on Koundé and a goal. Then Lewandowski with like vintage Lewandowski, like buying finish. Little dink over Courtois. And then after that, it was Rafinha kept the ball off the line, headed it up into the post. And then, of course, Gonzalo Garcia's there just to... I like that kid. He's got a bit about him. Yeah, he does. Stretches out to score the 2-2. So it's 2-2. 3 goals scored in like 8 minutes. And then second half, Rafinha... Did he get credited to him in the end?
Yeah, because it was on... I'm assuming it was on target.
It was on target. So. He scores a deflected goal past Courtois. Late on, there was a chance from a header. Sent it extra time, but...
I think Carreras had a chance as well.
Carreras had one as well.
Which should have scored, but... And
look, Real Madrid did miss some big opportunities, but they've lost the Super Cup final. That happens. There was this whole thing about Mbappe telling the players to fuck off and not to the Guard of Honour. Alonso wanted him to do that. And then literally 5 hours later, Alonso sacked.
Was he sacked or did he...
Or mutual agreement, mutual departure.
Because I've been hearing different shit on like Instagram.
I hope for his sake he left.
Probably was mutual. Like, he was like, I can't do this. Like, they're just fucking babies. So.
That's it. They're run by babies. They're coaching babies. And like the video would have gone out by now, hopefully. I didn't think it released midday today about it. Might just break it all down. I just think, like I say with the Hansi Flick thing, Barca will forever stay ahead of Madrid until Madrid swallow their ego and become a team, not a players' football club.
Yeah.
Because this decision is down to Perez wanted Vinny and Vinny wanted out. So Perez says, Alonso, make Vinny play. So he's forced him to play or forced him to fit him in the system. He had to sacrifice his philosophy and outlook on the way he wants to play his football. Courtois and Bellingham are questioning him playing out from the back earlier this season after a Champions League tie. Valverde had a go at him for playing right back because there was no fit right backs, but he said, I was not born to play right back. So the players have turned on you. And now look.
I'm not surprised. I think you said it as well, but I just don't get it, bro. I don't understand why this whole season has been it's been a fucking nightmare for Alonso behind the scene. Yeah. Like he subs off Vinny. Vinny cries every time he walks off. He doesn't shake his hand. People come out in the press and say, why are we playing out from the back? Why are we doing this? Injuries as well. Like it's been one thing after another, and I genuinely feel bad for him.
Yeah.
And this guy at work, Real Madrid fan, I was saying, surely you give this guy time. Like this is a guy who's coached Real Madrid under 14s, Real Sociedad B team, fucking went straight to Leverkusen, did amazing there, and now this is his 4th job, and he's at the best job in football, the biggest club in the world. He's a very young manager compared to Hansi Flick. He lost to Hansi Flick through a deflected goal. Flick wasn't on the sideline, but he absolutely dominated that El Clasico, absolutely outcoached them. They were ridiculous. Like we watched it here. They could have won 4, 5, 6 easy. Their record wasn't even that, but I think he had like a 75% win rate, I think, something like that.
Yeah, his time over there,
He's had a lot of injuries. The signings they brought in are young signings. Carreras has been probably their best player.
Yeah.
And he's gone. All because of behind. This is the thing. It's got nothing to do with on the pitch. Same with Amorim.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with on the pitch. It's off the pitch. It's players win. It's like, if they're not going to respect Alonso, who the fuck are they going to respect? This is a Real Madrid, a Liverpool legend. I guess Bayern, even though it was the back end of his career.
Yeah.
He's one of the best midfielders that has ever come out of Spain. How are you not respecting this guy? And the Guard of Honour is a joke, man. I understand. I love the whole, in the media, you got Lamine Yamal talking and Rafinha and then Bellingham, and they're going at it. And in the game, De Jong's tackle, it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
But after the game, you do it. There's a sense of respect.
Yeah.
And you listen to your manager. It's fucking Xabi Alonso.
Yeah. Exactly.
Honestly, it's been a fucking nightmare this whole season for Madrid. And now they're hiring some yes man who, Arbeloa, he's a very well-known footballer. Yeah. Is he an all-time great? No. Why are they going to respect him? Because he'll listen to Perez, and because he'll listen to Mbappe, and he'll listen to Vinny, and it'll be Player FC. And how are they going to beat Barcelona to the league? How are they going to win the Champions? They're not. It's going to be another year where they're going to win shit. Like last year, they didn't win anything.
Yeah.
This year, like 2 years in a row to go trophyless. Like that's with the players they have, the squad they have. I'm not saying they would have won anything with Alonso, but they would have had a much better chance.
Yeah, 100%.
Now they've got Arbeloa against Flick. Come on. Like, it's not really a compliment.
Like a non-rare goal card.
It was a dog shit deflected goal. And
Yeah.
like people are whinging. Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
And the cheek of Mbappe after all Alonso's done for him. Like
Yeah.
he made the team about him.
Mbappe was literally the Ballon d'Or
Yeah.
favourite for like a good portion of this season.
Because of what Alonso did for him, he put Vinny to the shitter for him, and then to just go give him nothing. Come on, man.
Even my mate at work was like, oh, he's made like some bad subs and like some of his in-game measurement. I'm like, he's such a young coach.
Yeah, he's gonna make mistakes. Yeah,
just started. He's fucking Real Madrid under like hasn't had a whole lot of experience. His fourth job is at one of the biggest sport fucking institutions in the world, if not the biggest.
Yeah, probably the biggest. Yeah,
you know, he's like it's just no time whatsoever. His record wasn't even bad. Considering the injuries he had and stuff.
It was Mourinho and there's Mourinho and one other manager had more points per game than him. Yeah, the rest has all been below.
Mate, and the way Vinny's acted this year, it's getting to the point now with him. Doesn't matter how good he plays, he's literally just a baby. He's literally a sook. He gets subbed off and he's whinging and he's moaning and the front page of the paper, fucking everywhere, is just him.
Yeah.
It's not about Real Madrid or Alonso, it's just him. And him saying, I want out. Like, you get subbed off for like 10 minutes. Like, for Rodrigo.
I'm about to say
Like,
for your countryman who you're supposed to be, good mates with.
Yeah.
No.
I know Rodrigo hadn't scored for ages. He went on like a 25, 30 game where he didn't do anything. But still, it's, Alonso wanted to keep him as part of his plans. It's like, it's just outrageous the way he was treated.
And
he never had a chance.
You're not going to ever... Like in this recent modern era, from 2000 onwards, Barca have dominated.
Yeah.
And it's because... And look, Real have dominated Europe, but I said in that video, when you keep chopping and changing with managers, of course you're going to get instant success because the new manager bounce and new ideas.
They've had so many managers.
You can't... With all these new managers and player FC, you can't build system and style, so you can't win over 38 games. So no wonder Barca have dominated the La Liga in the 2000 onwards, and Real Madrid won the Champions League. Magic moments, individual brilliance, that's enough in the Champions League to get you over the line at times. Whereas in the league, when you play 38 games, you're away to Espanyol, when you're, let's go come to your place, you go to Atletico, you have to go to the Camp Nou. Of course you're going to struggle.
Yeah.
Because you can't... Real Madrid have not got a style of football. Jacob, a good Barca man, he said, you hate watching Clásicos because Madrid just come as a low block and just hit in the counter-attack.
Yeah.
I said, well, yeah, because they have no philosophy. And it works with, Zidane and Ancelotti because they had one of the greatest teams ever assembled.
Yeah.
And this time it's just gone too far. They've just gone too far with player power.
Oh, big time. Start of the year, they were playing well. They were keeping clean sheets. You could actually see the identity being built. As soon as Vinny cracked it, as soon as he cracked it, it's just been one thing after another.
Yeah.
The injuries started. And like they're 4 points off Barca. Mm-hmm. They're in the top 8, I think.
Yeah, I think it's the top 8.
Like the season was there, and now it's just been completely blown up because this team they're not going to win anything this year.
Bunch of whinges.
They just can't.
Yeah,
they're not going to catch up to Barca. And Champions League, well, I could probably name 5 teams, I think, that are built better to win the league, to win the Champions League. So I just honestly, I saw it and I was like, I wasn't surprised, but I was just so sad about Alonso.
Yeah.
He'll get the first job that comes up, he'll get it easy. If that's PSG,
Liverpool.
It probably would be Man United if he wasn't.
If he wasn't
it
Liverpool
could be
legend.
Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool.
Getting to the point where I can't hope it's Liverpool.
I think it's going to be Liverpool, but we'll have to wait and see about that.
The next big job, he'll get it, and if given the time, which he should be, he's such a good manager. He's a very, very good manager. So
Liverpool with wing backs, man, it's going to be generational.
Whoever gets him, if it's PSG, he is a brilliant coach.
He
had to deal with just players that have ridiculous egos. It's ridiculous.
Perez, 20-something years there now. 10 managers have been sacked within 12 months.
Damn.
So just let that one sit
Really?
there. So when you compare Perez to Laporta,
Shit.
there's one man who's done a better job than the
Yeah.
other. One may be bankrupt,
And
but...
you think of all the financial shit
about to say,
yeah.
and
And
they
somehow...
And look at their team. Look at their team. Rennie Bargi, Ferran and...
Ferran has 11 goals in La Liga. Like, what fucking planet are we living on?
Because guess what? They back the manager, they back a philosophy, they back a system. And it works.
Yeah. Arbeloa. Come on.
Mate, non-rare gold card. That's what I think of him.
Yeah.
Non-rare gold card.
Played a lot of games. Yeah.
Well, he played in some of the great Real
Yeah, he
Madrid
did.
teams.
But is he an all-time great? No, he's like a clubsman. He's a very he's been at the club for ages.
Yeah.
He's obviously worked under managers and as a player, and I'm sure he's a top bloke.
Yeah,
great guy.
Good guy.
But bloody hell,
But that's what we said about
Come on.
McTominay,
Yeah,
Top
exactly.
guy. That
Come
doesn't
on,
do
that's what
much
we said
for-
about fucking McFred.
Yeah,
Sure, they're nice guys,
Yeah.
but
That's
Man
many
United.
games of football, isn't it, at the end of the day.
It's-
Especially at Real Madrid.
I give up with football. There's just no loyalty. There's just
It's done.
it's just ridiculous. It's horrible. It's honestly horrible. I would hate to be a manager these days because it's like,
Just look at Ruben Amorim though. Life's great when you get the 40 million.
oh
payout.
yeah, it's great when.
Imagine Alonso's payout, by the way.
But
You know what? If he mutually agreed, I reckon they've avoided something there. But Amorim did get sacked. He got his 14
so he
million.
got his. Good on him. He deserved it.
Because apparently the rumours came out that him and his staff are laughing on the way out. I'm like, you know what?
Well,
fair play.
the video came out. I think it was with his wife.
Yeah, he's smiling. Sunny's around. It's like fucking 2 degrees.
It's like,
Sunny's around,
great.
mate. Yeah, he's like,
Not my
nice,
fault, and the last few results have shown it wasn't. Amorim was a good manager. I firmly believe that. He just didn't get back.
Just classic football these days, eh? Don't
Yeah.
back the manager.
Yep.
Blame everyone else.
I'm really annoyed now.
Well, let's end with something you shouldn't be annoyed with. We'll quickly go through our 5 bold end of season predictions. I haven't gone too deep. I've gone with statements here.
I've gone with some. The key word was bold, so I just went.
bold?
I went not bold, stupid. I'll be
Okay,
honest.
stupid
Some of mine are kind of
Well,
stupid.
Let me continue the Real Madrid theme. I reckon they get knocked out in the round of 16 of the Champions League.
I like it.
I'm going to start with that. Let me just say that. Arbeloa managing against, it could be Enrique, it could be Arteta. 'Cause I reckon they drop into the thing.
Yeah.
The playoff thing.
Playoff, yeah.
And then they're going to have to face off against
Do you know who their next 2 games are?
Oh, gee, it's going to be... Real Madrid have got... Monaco at home. Benfica away. Shit, it's probably not... probably
You
too
never
easy.
know. Monaco have been
Paul
alright, haven't
Pogba at the Bernabeu.
Yeah,
Maybe just,
exactly.
Ansu Fati coming up to
And
head.
going away to
Maybe Benfica.
Benfica?
Mourinho.
oh my god, it's meant to be.
I didn't realise they'd won 2 games. They could actually... Benfica will be playing for something.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. But what's going to happen? They're going to face up against Arteta, Company, Enrique, Guardiola. Fucking, what's that geezer's name at Atalanta? What's the geezer's name?
Ivan Juric.
Ivan Juric.
Who, by the way,
Is performing.
quietly,
He's performing.
I was wrong. I was wrong. He's doing alright.
Christian Chivu, Simeone, maybe Arne Slot.
Maybe, or
Good
maybe
luck
Xabi
in a round of
Alonso.
16. Good luck in a round of 16.
Yeah, good luck.
Imagine
That's true.
Alonso goes to Liverpool.
Oh my god, Arbeloa versus Alonso. Actually, I don't want to say I want to see it because I want Slot to stay. But
That's my first one. Round of 16.
okay, my La Liga one is Real Madrid. Okay, Jurgen Klopp will be the next Real Madrid manager.
Wow. I've seen reports. Could he even be asked with that, though?
Bold end of season predictions.
It's bold in the season predictions.
Jurgen Klopp will be the next Real Madrid manager. I reckon
At season's end or like before season's end?
it'll get announced before the end of the season, but he'll coach
So
for next
he
season.
does like the clappers at
Yeah.
the final. Okay, yeah. I say. That is bold.
Yeah,
I
I think he'd fancy it as well. You know,
I like it. I just can't. If you're Jurgen Klopp, how can you be asked dealing
Yeah.
with all of that shit?
I see him back in management though.
Oh, yeah, eventually.
100%, he'll be back.
But that's a project and a
Yeah.
half. That's a long.
But I think he would do it.
do
I
it?
think it's Real Madrid. I think, I thought Trent would stay, but how did that go?
True that. Okay, Bundesliga based. I think Stuttgart, do overtake Borussia Dortmund when they finish second in the Bundesliga.
Nice.
And I guess I'll add a caveat to that. Maybe they go to the Europa League final. I'll just add that there as
Oh,
well.
I like it.
Europa League
I
final,
like it.
Stuttgart.
I've got Hoffenheim finishing the top 4.
So they get back in there. You reckon
They get back in there. I think they finish 4th. I think, as you said, Leipzig and who's the other team that was struggling? Leipzig and I guess Dortmund a bit, but Leipzig in particular have struggled as of late. They're only 2 points off Leipzig, and I just think they're that team that no one's really thinking of. Like people are still thinking of Frankfurt, but Frankfurt have been hit and miss, conceding 3 goals every week all season. I think with 1 game a week, I think they could genuinely push for that 4th spot. A bit like sort of, I guess Stuttgart of a couple of years ago, where they broke in. They broke in and were playing 1 game a week. So I think Hoffenheim could get in there.
To get the better of those two. Premier League based. I've got Pascal Gross brings Brighton back to Europe.
I love that.
I think they finished Pascal Gross had 17 assists for Dortmund and they got rid of him. I reckon they finished 7th or 6th and they get Europa League football.
Ooh, I like it.
I think Pascal Gross is that man. He can.
It's good that he's back.
He's back. Good for the league.
Yeah,
and it's good for Brighton because they were in mediocrity there. But with him and Ayari in midfield,
Baliba as well. They got some good midfield.
I'm backing Pascal in.
I've got Brentford finishing a European place.
See, I was going to have this. I'm like, they can't, can they? They can't. Surely not.
Igor Thiago's killing it. Keith Andrews is proving to be a great coach. Hey. They've got one of the top 5 keepers in the league, I reckon, in Keller.
Yeah.
Especially penalties is probably the best. The guy saves every penalty. I think they're playing great football. That's the thing, they're playing good football. Like, it's not just defensive. There's actually good football. And I mean, I'm stunned Brentford was the side that went for Kelleher, not a Tottenham or even a Man United before they got Le Mans. I think Kelleher he's a freak, bro. He's so good.
Raya, Allison,
Donnarumma, Martinez, Pickford.
But he's in that
He's
area.
In that. He's in that combo. He has to be so good.
And in the current run of form, you probably put him 3rd, probably behind Donnarumma and Raya right now.
He's phenomenal.
I got 2 Serie A based ones. I'll do the league based one first. I've got Milan drop out of the top 4.
Oh,
they missed out on Champions League altogether.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think Allegri's football finally catches up to them and they finish outside the Champions League spots.
Wow. That's not good for my top 10 managers.
No, it's not. So that's why I've got,
I like it though. That's a good one. That's a good one.
They hold.
My Serie A one, final day of the season, 3 teams can mathematically still win the title. I think Inter, Napoli, and Juventus can win it. I'm going to put Juve in there, you know. Final day of the season. 3 of them can still win it. We're going bold, mate.
We've been teased this now.
We have.
So, come on, this is the year.
Come on, there's fucking 5 of you in it. Like,
just
come
3
on.
of you be there. Just be there.
2 of you could be shit. I don't care who the 2 is. I just need 3 of you. Last day of the season.
I like it.
Equal on points, all of them.
I like it. We will be there for that. Absolutely. And then maybe the boldest of all, maybe just the banker. Inter Milan gets another Champions League final. But they win it this time around. I've got Inter Milan lifting the Champions League this time around.
Really?
Yeah, I've got it winning
Christian Shivu, what a guy.
First season wins it. It'll be a fucking Pio Esposito goal off the bench, mate.
Fuck, that would be huge.
I've got him to win it. I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing it.
Mate, you've been reeled back in.
I'm so far on the train. You can't get me off. I'm going to the Champions League final.
You are well and truly the leader of the bandwagon.
Yeah. I'm waving the flag on the train.
I love it.
I'm wearing the Inter flag.
My last one, I went to the championship. For your name's sake, Preston gets automatic promotion.
Come on, the boys. Where are they now?
They're 4th.
Yeah, they've won a few.
They've won a few in a row. They're right up there, and the top 2 have dropped big time.
Yeah, Cobb had a few rough games. Yeah.
Yep.
Ipswich.
Even Ipswich are coming.
Mate, but quietly, Wrexham in 9th. And
I know they've won 5 in a row or something. They've won 4 in a row. Yeah.
Jesus.
Even where's Watford? Yeah, Watford they've won 4 and drawn 1 in their last 5.
But they did lose that centre half. The kid.
The kid. But they got Irakunda, so it doesn't matter.
Nestroy, my boy, Nestroy and Irakunda.
Bro, Millwall have a -4 goal difference in a 5th. What the fuck?
Make it make sense. The championship edition.
Preston, they've been in decent form over the last 5. So the top 2 have dropped. Wow, the top 2 have been shit.
Yeah, literally.
So, all of a sudden, it's looking a bit shaky.
It's game on at the top there.
Coventry have still got a decent buffer, but for Middlesbrough, I would be very nervous.
And they've done this before. The last
Yeah,
3 years, they've done this before.
Yeah.
They've bottled a spot.
So, I mean, every year it's the same. It's just so many teams are in it. So.
Don't predict until the final day. I think that's the championship.
Yeah, no.
There you go. There's some big ones in there. For bold.
Some massive ones.
And the season predictions.
We got Inter winning the league, and we got Jurgen Klopp becoming the next Real Madrid coach.
Madrid get knocked out in the round of 16.
Yeah. 3 teams that can win the league.
Brentford and Brighton are in Europe, apparently.
Yep. Fuck it else.
So Chelsea, United, Newcastle, and Spurs will miss out. So we're getting the top 4 plus Brighton and Brentford. That's going to be good fun. That's going to be great. And Milan are finishing 5th in the league.
It is bold. So if they do come off, bet your ass is going on the TikTok.
Absolutely. We're going to run this back. I'll re-clip the whole thing back up, like 10 minutes.
I mean, are Hoffenheim really finishing 4th?
Not bad. Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
But there you go. That's this week wrapped up. A lot to talk about next week. We'll see how Arbeloa goes in his first game in charge.
Yep. Wonder who they.
What shenanigans happens. I think both the big teams have 2 games to play in the Serie A between now and next week.
Yep. Thomas Frank will probably be sacked. So.
Yep, that's another one.
Sorry, Charlie.
Other one add to that one there.
Yeah, they should be going for Alonso right now. Everyone should be. Yeah, that's true.
But we'll find that out and much more next week.
Yep.
Till next time, guys. We will see you later.